My name is André San Miguel. I'm from Portugal, Lisbon. I've been here in Kraków for 5 years, Poland. And I do stand-up comedy, mostly in English. Also did sometimes in Polish. And one time my friend challenged me to do in Ukrainian, so I did once. I don't speak at all, but I was just translating and somehow it worked. I came here to Poland, I didn't know anyone, or I wanted to do some hobbies, different hobbies, So I saw stand-up comedy, some club was doing, why not trying? And I've been doing since 2018 maybe. Yeah, I stopped during the COVID because I didn't want to do the Zoom shows. It sounds depressing to do, so I'm I'm taking a break, So after the COVID got restricted, I started to do more times. Now I'm doing my own shows, which is kind of nice. But I still have a lot to learn, I feel It just kind of happened, and then I was okay, I can do it once, and then once becomes twice, three, and do it. Usually I just like to think about some topics during the week, what happened to me. I write about it, but I wanted to make it natural, but at the same time write it, And sometimes I should have more discipline, to write a bit more, but usually I like to improvise a bit more, and I'm also hosting more times, so it means that you have to interact a bit more, improvising. But I also do some meditation, and focusing. It helps a bit. It's not I feel what helps the most is doing more times. You have to do it more times. And with stand-up comedy, you fail a lot. It's really from 10 jokes, maybe only one it's gonna be good. So it's a lot of trying, and I feel that's the best way, just trying. And there's a lot to play around, yes. And like I said, sometimes you have to take risks, and sometimes it's not funny, but you just have to keep going. Stereotypes are true, and they make people laugh. I feel I don't have any limit for jokes. If they are funny, they are funny, if they are not malicious, which most of people are not, so. Yeah, I think they work. Stereotypes work, With Portuguese people also, they work. I like it. Maybe I'll cross the line for some people, Maybe some people don't think I'm funny at all. They've been maybe to my shows, and, that's okay. I can respect different opinions. The most important thing is to keep doing what you do. If people are right, I like to listen to other people. They can say oh, the joke wasn't funny, and they can say why it wasn't funny. Maybe I'll agree. Sometimes I have it in my head, oh, it's gonna be a really funny joke. Then I say it, and it's ooh, okay, it's not funny at all. So usually I tell people to not... I had this mistake also in the beginning that everyone wants to write the smartest thing ever, the topics that everyone talks about, and, be very smart with politics. I don't know if you know George Carlin. Everyone wants to be like him, telling jokes but preaching at the same time. And my advice is to not be like that in the start, because those guys already have a lot of experience. And the biggest advice I can give at the start is, everything has been written about except your life. So you can always start with your life, with your personal experiences. And for sure you'll find something that you're unique, and that way you're different from the others, and it's already more interesting, It's for example, in a show you might have, if someone's gonna tell me, oh, I'm gonna talk about dating apps and stuff, I'm gonna be okay. It's okay, but I'm not but if someone tells me, oh, I'm gonna talk about the time I went to buy bread, in the Biedronka or something, really specific, I'm okay, that's can be a good, interesting. So long story short, if it's something really personal and unique, it's a really good topic to start. Usually I see people, in these 5 years, I saw people way funnier than me. First times they did, super funny. Then they just stopped doing it, and disappeared from the map, or the quality just drops, because it's constant work. So the moment you stop doing it, it's kind of exercising or something like that. So this month I'm doing 1 year that I'm doing this show, so it sounds like a lot, but it's not. So I still have a lot to learn, and it's the more I do it, the better I'll get, but it's still it's getting better, at least. I feel like if you have the motivation and skills, you can do a lot of things, you know, not just professionally, but you have this freedom to do a lot of things and meet people from all over the world. And yeah, like if I go to Portugal, maybe I feel like I have some limitations, you know, but here not really. So the winter, of course, it's really cold, and but that's the only thing. But the rest, it's really nice, and Polish people are really friendly. If you give them a chance, like talk a bit Polish first, they're like, whoa, you know. But sometimes the barrier, you just have to like give the first step, and that's why, yeah, I've been here for a lot of time, you know. Why change something that you like, you know? I got to the point now that I'm feeling a bit stale, you know what I mean? Like getting like plateau. So I'm like trying to figure out, I should do something different. And with that friend that plays the piano, we are planning, you know, to do a concert like jazz and not comedy, but yeah. And, you know, the more I write also, maybe I see like some comedians come here, do their own shows, solo shows. And I was like, if I do more material, you know, if I'm really happy, it's also a possibility to do a solo show, but it's something that I feel like I'm not there yet, you know. I do these shows like for free because I don't want to charge people. For me, most important is to give a good show, to make people have fun.